So this is the Medicare Advantage mashup that we have been working on over the last 3 weeks. And we always start this section by showing you the mashup. So this is the mashup. It's a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channels, 5 digital marketing or social media channels, in this case, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, email marketing, and YouTube. So 5 channels. And in this specific Medicare Advantage mashup, the time horizon of this mashup is weeks. So we have 4 weeks. Week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, and week number 4. Today, we're going to be executing time horizon number 3. So we're going to be executing this line of the Medicare Advantage mashup. So we're going to be going over each one of these boxes here, and we're going to just follow instructions, and we're going to make sure that by the end of the session today, by noon Central Time, you have executed the mashup order of the day for the Medicare Advantage mashup. So let's get started right away. As we mentioned before, if you look at the structure of the mashup, basically you have a message and then you have a bit.ly shortener. By this time, you should be familiarized with what a bit.ly shortener is. And basically, bit.ly is the brand, and a shortener is basically a link, something, a code that will, when somebody clicks there, will take you somewhere else. So we have in the mashup, we have a series of bit.ly shorteners. Each one of the different channels has instructions. And in the case of LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter, we have a bit.ly shortener and a message. And in the case of Twitter, we have Facebook, we have an image. And then in email marketing, we're going to send an email to our client base, and we're going to include a video. So that's just to give you an idea of all the little details that you see in the mashup. And by now, you need to make sure that you understand what all those links and all those instructions are, because you're going to be following those instructions and executing those links. So let's get started with the execution of the mashup. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to our American Institute of Digital Marketing website at www.amidim.com. I'm going to go there. And I already have it open, but I'm going to go again for you to see it one more time. So I am going to go to www.amidim.com. And that's the American Institute of Digital Marketing website. And what you need to do, you need to make sure you go to the Store tab here. And when you click on the Store tab there, you're going to see all the different courses that we have already for you. All of these courses are at no cost to you. And these are, some of them are the actual mashups that we are executing. So in this case, for example, today, that we are executing the Medicare Advantage mashup. So if you haven't done so, you need to register here in this course, the Medicare Advantage, and you're going to be executing the mashup that we're executing right now in this class. Additionally, for those of you which are following our service of helping you with your digital marketing calendars, you select 3 or 4 of these different mashups and you include them in your digital marketing calendar, so you're generating a lot of activity. Also, another course that I want to emphasize at this time is that if you are in the ACA market, this course that is here, that is called Selling in the Healthcare.gov Marketplace, again, free of cost to you. I want you to register in this course. This is probably the most effective and efficient training that you're going to have today in the country in terms of using the ACA platform and looking at ACA scenarios. So again, for those of you that are in the ACA line of business, make sure you register and you complete this course, Selling in the Healthcare.gov Marketplace. So again, I went to the stores section there, and I look at all the different courses that we have, and I just register for the ones that I want. 2 courses that are very important for you to follow is, number 1, this Facebook Pages video series. You need to take this class here. Again, it's a free of cost to you. This is, today we're going to be in the lecture section, we're going to show you how to actually create a Facebook ad, and you do need a Facebook page in order to execute a Facebook ad. So you need to go through that course of Facebook pages, and we are finishing this week our Facebook ads course. And it's incredible how things change. When we started the design of that course, we had it like 2 or 3 years ago, and we have been doing little updates, but things have changed so much that we decided to do a brand new course with all the updates included. And as we are finishing the course, things continue changing in Facebook. So it's incredible how fast all of this is changing. And the good news is that the change are making things way easier for everybody. So we are very glad every time we see one of these changes. Those guys over there in Facebook and in YouTube and in Twitter, they're really thinking about us as digital marketeers, and are facilitating us the process of using digital marketing to sell. So again, you need to make sure that you register for the Facebook pages video course, and then as of next week for the Facebook ads course. And those two courses, combined with what you're going to see here today in our lecture section, are going to provide you with the tools that you need in order to start placing Facebook ads. So let's get started with that part. I'm going to go to the Medicare Advantage course. I'm going to click on it. Obviously, I'm already registered. So, so it's telling me that I'm already registered. Okay. So I can go to, let me go here to the, if you go to the My Library section, in the My Library section, you have all the courses that you have registered for, and you can log in into the specific courses through the My Library link here. So I am already in there, I'm in the course, and as we mentioned before, we're going to be executing a time horizon number 3, digital marketing and financial sales professionals, time horizon number 3. And we always have the same structure for our Mashup courses. And the structure is, we show you the marketing piece that we're going to be using for that specific module. And so that's one thing that we can show you, or if we have a video, we might show you the video there. So you always see that. And then we show you the mashup. Again, we did show you the mashup during the PowerPoint presentation, but we remind you of what you are doing again in this section here, because we want you to make sure that you always keep in mind the overall image of what you are doing. This is the totality of the mashup, and today we're going to be executing time horizon number 3, as we mentioned before. On the right hand side, we have 2 sections. We have the download section, where you can actually directly download some of the documents that we're using in this module. And then you have the instructor credentials down here. In this case, my instructor credentials. When you get the other instructors for other courses, you'll have their information there and ways to contact the instructors. And finally here, it will tell you where you are, and this will be the link to the next category or the next module or the next course. So you will go here to move forward into the course. So that is the structure of the course. So now let's scroll down. And basically, these are in step number 2. In step number 2 here, we always place all the instructions for all the execution of all the mashups. So we're going to be again executing in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in Twitter, email marketing, and in YouTube. So these are the 5 channels that we're going to be using. And if I click on the bit.ly shortener here, what we recommend you at this time, and again, things change with all these channels like Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook. As I mentioned before, they are always doing new things. So things change. So the way we're doing it right now is, you're going to take the image that you're going to post in LinkedIn. If I click on the bit.ly shortener here, if I click on this bit.ly shortener, it will open the image that I'm going to be posting in LinkedIn. Now remember, call our digital marketing coaches for you to personalize this content piece. The way we personalize it, we change here, we put your name here, we put your phone number here, and we create 2 digital brands for you. You see here we have 2 digital brands. We create one directly associated with your name. So one digital brand that you're going to be having is your name. That is, we convert your name into a digital brand. So that's digital brand number 1. And then we create another digital brand that is going to be directly associated with the line of business that you are promoting at that time. So in this case, is something associated with Medicare. So this is just to give you an idea of how we do it. In our case, this is, since we do it as Premier, this is, I don't use my name for these pieces. I use a Premier Insurance Contracts logo. And then for the line of business of Medicare, we use the Medicare Resource Center, which is our digital brand for the Medicare line of business. So that is the content. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this content, and I already did. But what you need to do is you need to make sure you save this marketing piece to your computer. You download the image into your computer. My recommendation is create a folder called Digital Marketing Content, and also do it by weeks. So this will be week 34. So create content file week 34, and anything that you're going to be using for week 34, make sure you store it there, so that when we do the upload of the image, you know exactly where you need to go to get it. So I already did that, so I'm not going to do it again. So now what I'm going to do is and this is what I'm going to post in LinkedIn, just this message: new to Medicare or turning 65, get Medicare ready. That's the message. I'm going to just copy this message, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open my LinkedIn account. Okay, so I'm inside my LinkedIn account. So again, I'm going to go to start a post here. So I'm going to go to start a post right here, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to just paste the message that I copied from my Amidim platform. New to Medicare or turning 65, get Medicare ready. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and look for the image that I downloaded into my computer. So I'm going to click here on images here. I'm going to look for the actual image, and this was week 32. I'm going to make sure that I go to week 34, and this is the image that I'm going to be sharing this week. So I'm going to open it, and automatically I see that it brought up the image. So there is the image there. So now I have my LinkedIn ad ready. I have the message: new to Medicare or turning 65, get Medicare ready. And I have the image already uploaded. Now, again, as I always mention, we can do a lot of things with this. We can add hashtags, or we can include links to quote engines, link to videos, links to forms for people to complete. You can do many different things when you are at this stage. That is not the scope of this course, so I'm not going to get into that. So I'm going to just post this message as it is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on post, and there is my message right there. So I just posted this message into LinkedIn. Here is the message. This is me. And again, you can do different messages for different things. It says post successful, view. So I was already looking at it, but that's my post. So there I have it. Now, remember, with LinkedIn, you can do many different things. You can try to become part of different groups. One of the ways you can develop your relationship in LinkedIn, for example, is for those agents that sell life insurance. You could try to start associating yourself with estate planning lawyers. And if you start 1 or 2 or 3 of those relationships with estate planning lawyers, you can elevate your income that comes from selling life insurance $100,000 or $200,000 a year, because those estate planning lawyers write big life insurance cases, and they need an association with a life insurance agent. So that's an example of how you could use LinkedIn to enhance your business. You start posting about life insurance in LinkedIn, and you start posting, you start telling people that you're looking for relationships with specific groups of people. And if the quality of your content is good, eventually you're going to start having people that are going to start reacting to your posts and eventually connecting with you and maybe starting a relationship. So that is one way, one application of how you can develop your digital marketing insurance sales professional business using LinkedIn. So I'm going to close it now because one of the problems that I always have is that I keep too many things open and I start getting confused with so many things open. So I'm going to close my LinkedIn account now. So, and I'm going to go back to my actual Amidim platform. So there we have it. I already posted in LinkedIn for time horizon number 3. So I posted the message and the bit.ly shortener. Now I'm going to do it in Facebook. I'm going to do it in Facebook. And again, with Facebook, what we're going to do is the following, okay? So I'm going to go and I'm going to just, this is the Facebook instruction, this is the message, and this is the bit.ly shortener. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Facebook account. I'm going to open my Facebook account. Now remember what I always tell you, when you go into your Facebook account, because one of the things you want to do is you want to be sharing your computer with a lot of people because you're going to be selling online a lot. So make sure you move away as fast as possible from all your personal stuff. And the way I do that is I immediately go to the tab where I have all my pages. And let's see, why it's not showing me all my pages there? 1 second. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So I have 41 different Facebook pages. And again, as I mentioned to you every week, you need to have initially, just to get started, between 5 and 10 different Facebook pages. You need to have one Facebook page for each one of your basic lines of business. So if you are in the ACA business, you need to have one landing page for ACA. If you do Medicare Advantage, you need to have one landing page for Medicare Advantage. If you do annuities, you need to have one landing page for annuities. So you need to have one landing page for each one of the different lines of business that you conduct. Additionally, once you get to that level, then you can start thinking about having 2 or 3 different landing pages for the same line of business. For example, in Medicare Advantage, you could have one landing page for people that are turning 65. And you could have another landing page for people that are going to be dual eligibles. And then you could have another landing page for people that have chronic diseases. And you can have another landing page for people that you are catering towards Medicare supplements. And so you can do all these different things. And that's why the list of pages is going to start getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Medicare Resource Center page here. This is the one that I use for Medicare Advantage. So I'm going to open my Medicare landing page. And when I get in here, one of the things that happens is that I am looking at the page as the administrator of the page. And that is good because it allows you to interact with the page. But you also want to make sure that you can see your page as a visitor so that you can see what people see. So there is a link here that is, you see it right there, that it says view as a visitor. So I'm going to click here on view as a visitor. And this is how my visitors, see my page. Something very important, I have upfront something where they can book some type of meeting with me, where they can communicate with me via message, okay? And I can see there all the different posts that I have been posting into this page. So I see all the different posts there. And you want to make sure that you have really good content. These pages are all about having content. And we have abundant number and variety of content for you to post into each one of your different lines of business. Additionally, you want to make sure that they know about you. So you have your address there, and you have your a little bit of an outline of who you are and your phone number and all the information. and videos if you are posting videos, etc. And again, something that I would strongly recommend you is some type of appointment scheduler where they can set up a time for you, and this is something we can help you with, because the way this works is if somebody clicks on any one of these different possibilities, then you get a message and you reconfirm the time, and there you go, you have an appointment. So again, you want to make sure that you look at your page from the perspective of a visitor, so that you have an idea of what they're seeing. You want to make sure that that page is updated, that is the content that you're sharing is current. You don't want to land in some page where the article about Medicare Advantage is 7 years old or 5 years old. That will make you lose credibility. So I'm going to exit the view as a visitor, and I'm going to go back to my view as an administrator. And what I'm going to do now, and here again, you see it a little bit different, because now you see it from the perspective of results and different things and the things that you have. So now I'm going to create a post. So I'm going to click here on create a post. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I did before, I'm going to upload a video. And this is week 34. You can do it that way, or you can go to the bit.ly shortener and bring it in. So that's the video right there. And you make sure that you can see it. And there are many different things you can do with this post. And precisely, we're going to be covering that in the lecture section today. So what different things that you can do to boost this post or to promote it. So I'm just going to go ahead at this time and post it. So I'm posting my message, and there it goes. It has already been posted. I can see it there, and it has my information. And content like this will be basically in the line of what we call awareness. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that in another slide during the presentation. But you're looking for different objectives. One of them is to make people aware of the fact that you sell Medicare, and something like this could be allowing people to know the fact that you sell Medicare. Okay, so this is one way for you to achieve that. So I'm going to get out of here. That was my Facebook post. I'm going to go back to the presentation. We go here, and there we go. So I have already executed the Medicare Advantage Mashup, time horizon number 3. I already posted in LinkedIn. I already posted in Facebook. Now I'm going to do the same thing with Twitter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to execute with Twitter. So I'm going to go and open my Twitter account. Well, let me first show you the instructions. Again, in Twitter, it's just a message and a post. I'm sorry, a bit.ly shortener. This bit.ly shortener, if you click on it, it will show you the image. Remember that I told you that you need to click on that bit.ly shortener, which is in our servers, and then you're going to right click on it, and you're going to save it in your computer. So you're going to download it to your computer, and then we're going to upload it into Twitter from your computer. That's how we're doing it at this time. It might change in the future, but at this time, that is the most efficient way to do this. So I'm going to go to my Twitter account. I don't know if I did open it already. I'm going to go to my Twitter account, and I'm going to open it. I'm going to go to Twitter, and I'm going to log in into my Twitter account, and I'm going to, let me go to the Amidin page. I'm going to take the message. I'm sorry, I went back to the wrong place. So let me go here back to the Amidin page. I don't want to log in again. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to log in again. So let me go back to let me go here. I got out. I'm going to go to my store, my library. I logged out. So I'm going to go back to the Medicare Advantage Mashup. I'm going to start the course again. I did log out, and I'm going to resume the course. So it's a time horizon number 2. I'm going to make sure that I go to the time horizon number 3, which is where I am right now. I think I went to the wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry, I selected the wrong course. Let me go back to, I went to another mashup. So I'm going to go to my library. Yeah, I went to a life insurance mashup. So let me go to Medicare Advantage mashup. So I want to make sure that I go into this one here. This is the one that I entered by accident was to a life insurance mashup. So you need to be careful with that. Okay, so I'm going to start my Medicare Advantage. I'm going to resume the Medicare Advantage mashup course. Now I am in time horizon number 3. And this is the instructions for the Twitter account. Again, here, I'm going to take this here. I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm going to go to my Twitter account. I'm going to log in into Twitter. And I'm going to paste the message. And then I'm going to upload the image. I'm going to upload the image. So I'm going to select the image and I'm going to open it. And there we go. So that is my tweet. As we mentioned in Facebook and as we mentioned in LinkedIn, you can do many other things which are not the scope of this course. And in fact, you need to do other things, but that's a more advanced level where you need to connect this with something else that is going to continue adding value to the process. So for example, you're going to give them some type of document with information with regards to the topic that you're talking about, or you're going to send them to a quote engine where they can actually generate their own quote and see prices and see, or a video that is educational on the subject, on the topic. So you can do many different things to connect these messages to other things. If you have a blog, you can connect it to your blog so they can look at articles that you have written or other people that are sharing with you important information on a specific topic, etc., etc. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tweet. Okay, so your tweet was sent, view your tweet, and that is my tweet. So again, you can send, and one of the things that you need to get into is telling stories. So one of the things that you do in digital marketing is you tell stories about things. So you can take a sequence of images and you create a story and you just start tweeting all the different parts or chapters of the story. And that's one way for you to really create an audience. So that's just to give you an idea of how you can use a sequence of tweets with images to create some type of connection with some people. You can create a story, and we have many stories that we can show you that you can create. You can recreate them, but instead of somebody else being the main character of the story, it's going to be you or your product. And you can see how things develop, and you start building an audience through a story. And that's one application that you can do on Twitter. The other one is for you to consistently being feeding information on a specific topic. For example, we have a mashup on the checklist depot, which are financial checklists. You could be sending people consistently tweeting links to the different financial checklists. Or you could, another sequence of messages that you could use is preventive services. There are 26 different preventive services exams for free for anybody that is a Medicare recipient. So you can inform them of that. And there you go. There you have a way to tell a story about all the different things that they have access to for free if they are over 65 or if they have a Medicare card, and if they start a relationship with you where you're going to be the one informing them of all that. So we already executed the mashup order of the day for Twitter. Let me go back to the presentation. So there we go. We're going to go back to the mashup and always see the overall picture. Time horizon number 3. LinkedIn, check. Facebook, check. Twitter, check. Now we're going to post something in email marketing. And this is, for me, email marketing, basically the 3 main pillars of digital marketing and internet marketing and all of that are basically Facebook, email marketing, and YouTube. And email marketing is a very important component of everything. So we're going to send a message to an email list. If you don't have a long email list, then to whoever you have in your email list. But let me show you some insights into how you need to do this. So I'm going to go into the instructions, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to email people this message. And in this series of mashups, what we have been doing in the email element of it is we are sharing a video. Now, sharing a video has two elements to it. Number one, we're going to share a video. You are going to share a video like the one that you're going to see there, which is very educational. It adds value. It's going to educate people on a topic. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that eventually you are the one making the video. You don't want to be sending a video of anybody else talking. You want to be the person in the video. So we're doing training for you to get there. For the time being, one of the things we need to make sure that you do is that you check that the link is working. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to click on the video link that you see there on the screen. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to, number one, check the video so that I know what I'm sending to my clients or my prospects. And number two, to make sure that the video link on the email that I'm going to be sending is working. So I'm going to click on the video. But there was nothing on that video by that lady that you cannot say and that you don't know about. You know everything. If you're in the Medicare world, you have been saying that several times a day, hopefully, for the last 5 or 6 or 10 years. So what we want you to do is, number one, we're going to send that video to our email marketing prospects or database. But we want you to additionally start thinking about you creating that video and you being the person in the video. And obviously, we have been doing this for a while now, so I have my eye for that, so I can clearly see how she was reading from a teleprompter and how they did the whole production, and we can do exactly that for you. So that's the point. The point is we have the scripts, we have the teleprompters. We're going to show you now in the next module how to start moving towards that, etc. But what we want you to do is to start producing your own videos on the different lines of business that you sell, and we want to start promoting your videos. You want to be the star of the movie. You don't want anybody else to be the person doing that. Now, let me just show you something before, because what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to open my email account. So I already have it open just for the sake of time, and I'm going to create a new message. But let me go first. I think I did close my Amidin platform again. No, here I have it. It's open, so I didn't do that bad this time. So I'm going to just take the subject line here and this material here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to make sure that I don't miss anything. And I'm going to go to my email account, and I'm going to create a new message. And I'm going to paste here. So there is a video. Now I'm going to take this subject line, and I'm going to take it out of there. Let me take this part out of there, delete. And I'm going to take this subject line, and I'm going to cut. And I'm going to add it to the subject. So that's my subject line. And I'm going to send that email. Best regards. And I'm going to send it to myself just for the sake of that I can confirm. I'm going to send it. I have multiple emails, so I'm going to send it to this one, which is the one that I'm using for this class. bc@prinsuco.com. There we go. And I'm going to send it. And I should be getting my email pretty soon. And there we go. I got my email. And there it is. I have the link. I already verified that the video was working. I sent it to myself, etc. And the subject was ways to save money with Medicare. Now, if you have 50 or 100 or 30 emails from your clients that you keep manually or in your laptop, you could do this manually, but that is not the way to manage this part of the business. And for that, I'm going to show you some details of how we manage this business. As I mentioned, let me close my Twitter account here. And just to show you a little bit detail about our constant contact account. In our constant contact account, we have 46,000 contacts. That's our up to today, our number of contacts. And if we go here to reporting, I'm going to show you, over the last 30 days, we have sent 454,000 emails. So we're basically sending 15,000 emails per day. So we are sending 15,000 emails per day. And we didn't start sending 15,000 emails per day. We started sending 1 email per day. And we are up to 15,000 emails per day. And our objective is to get to send 100,000. I started getting crazy with the numbers here. 100,000 emails per day. 100,000 emails per day. Okay? Now, you need to make sure that you keep everything compliant and everything, and there are all these statistics of you need to make sure that you're sending it to the right people at the right time with the right message, with added value so that they don't opt out of your list. You have to learn a lot of things about how to do email marketing. And for that, we are preparing an additional class on email marketing using constant contact. So I want you to register for that class as soon as it's ready, and I want you to learn how to use a powerful tool like Constant Contact to learn how to send, 1,000 a day, 2,000 a day? The sky is the limit. It's whatever you can have the capacity to do, okay? So the point is that email marketing is very strong. Now I'm going to show you ways how to build your email marketing list, because it's all about getting emails, and knowing certain elements, certain information about the individuals so that you keep sending them stuff on the topic they are interested in. You need to make sure that you're sending them stuff that they're interested in. And if you do that, you are adding value. They will not opt out. And then they will start getting to know you. Now they know that you exist, and you start building a relationship with them. And that's how you progress in this digital marketing world. That's one important element of digital marketing. Email marketing. Again, make sure that you post this email that we just sent there. Do it manually. But let's make sure that you, sooner than later, learn how to use one of the tools out there, the software, to manage email marketing campaigns. And now we're going to also show you how to build your databases, which is another element of email marketing. So let me go back to the training. I'm going to go back to the American Institute of Digital Marketing portal, which is amidim.com. And we already executed the mashup order of the day for email. So let's go back to the mashup. Here it is, mashup. Digital Medicare Advantage mashup. We are executing time horizon number 3. So LinkedIn, check. Facebook, check. Twitter, check. And email marketing, check. So we have executed 4 of the 5 lines of business for the mashup. Now, for YouTube, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Unless you prove us wrong, we are going to assume, and we have a lot of experience on this, that you do not know how to make a video. We're going to assume that until you prove us wrong, until you send us a video, okay, that we say, okay, this person is ready to go to the big leagues of video marketing. But for the time being, you need to make sure that you progress into that. Now, let me tell you something. Video marketing is a very profitable line of business. You can elevate your game, your level of income, to amount that you never imagined before in your life if you learn how to do video marketing properly, and you learn how to use YouTube to do that. But again, we need to get you there. So what we are doing at this time for you is the following. You saw the video that we just shared for Medicare. So the idea is that you eventually create a video like that. We have the content, we have the backgrounds, we have the script, and you eventually will be delivering something like that. And you're gonna, now you see how you could send that to a lot of people. You could post that in Twitter, in Facebook, in LinkedIn. You could do a lot of things with a video like that where you are appearing in the video. So, but we need to get you there. And there is a process that you need to follow for that. And that's what we're doing right now. So for that, the first thing that we're doing is if you click on the YouTube instructions in our Amidim platform for week 34, if you click on this bit.ly shortener, and I'm going to do it there, but I'm going to show you also another thing. It's going to open this closed group in Facebook. Okay, this is a closed group in Facebook, and the name of this closed group is PIC Social Media 24/7. So the name of this closed, a private group, is not anybody that posts here. It doesn't go to all of Facebook. It goes to the members of the group only. So that's what we call a private group. In fact, that's another way to use digital marketing, but that's not part of this course or anything. What I want you to do is I want you to request membership on this private group, on the PIC Social Media 24/7 private group. I want you to go into your Facebook account and look for this group. And the way you do, you search Facebook here. You click on search Facebook, and you just type there PIC Social Media 24/7, and it's going to find the group, and then you're going to request membership to the group. And what you're going to do on that group is you are going to upload your videos to this private group first. So we're not going to send to YouTube. We're not going to send your videos to all over the digital world for you to exhibit yourself if you're doing a lousy job. This is a private group where this is the place where you train on video developing. Okay, so this is the private group. Now, let me show you. If I go back to the Amidim instructions, if you go up here, remember we told you there is a download section here, and we have this document here, 10-day video project.pdf. And if you click on it and you download this document and you open it, there you have a sequence of 10 short videos, 10 short videos. Each one of them is going to be between 60 and 90 seconds. So these are short videos on 10 specific topics. So what we want you to do is we want you to record a video that is going to last between 60 and 90 seconds. You're going to take your cell phone, okay, and you're going to record it on your cell phone. You're not going to get fancy about anything. Don't worry about anything. What we want to do at this time is we want you to connect with your emotions. That's what we're trying to accomplish with this sequence of video. You see, if you see right now the setup where I am here, I am surrounded by lights and cameras and all these things. And if you come without any type of training and you stand here, you get all nervous right away. You know, when all the screens start popping up and all the sound systems and the whole thing, anybody can freeze. So if I start thinking about that, it's very easy that I cannot convey a message properly because I'm nervous about my surrounding and everything and all the technicalities associated with the process. And you're going to have an experience like that when you start creating videos. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you connect with the message first. And when you connect with the message and you know exactly what you want to say and you have some type of emotion associated with the message, then the things around you start becoming smaller and insignificant, and you can focus on the message. And that's the first thing we want you to accomplish. We want you to connect with your message, with emotions. And that is the purpose of this 10 video exercise. So you're going to start with a video that is going to tell us who you are and how your business solves problems. So your message is going to be, hey, 1 minute where you tell us who you are and how your business solves problems. That's something you should know That's something that and in fact, if you haven't digested that, I think that it's time for you to do that, and you should do that. Okay, and then you're gonna video number 2. Tell us about your favorite childhood vacation or dream vacation. So if you didn't have a fantastic vacation when you were a kid, think about where you would like to go and just connect with the place and just describe the place. Again, connect with your feelings, with your emotions, with your visions, with your ideas, and make sure that you convey that message. And then once you have created a video between 60 and 90 seconds, you're going to upload it to the private group. And then you can see it, you can watch it there as many times as you want. And as you progress through the list, you're going to see how you're going to start feeling better about the process of recording some message. And also, you're going to learn how to upload, which is an important component of this. Initially, you're going to be all not knowing what to do, but then eventually, okay, this is what I need to do to upload. I need to go to this file, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. And that's how I upload. Okay, and that one is too big. I cannot upload through this channel. I cannot do this. You learn a little bit about the specifics of how to start dealing with trying to sell using videos.